Hey, this is Kevin Doherty, and over the next couple of minutes, I want to show you how I can help you attract ideal clients or patients, either for your local practice or if you have an online program, a course, you're trying to do telemedicine or anything virtually, this same process will apply to that as well. So, this is for you if you're struggling to get enough of the right clients or patients in the door, or you want to sell online programs for passive income, or you're just working too hard with not enough to show for it at the end of the day. Now, let's just jump right into it. The best way to get a consistent flow of ideal people to invest in your services or products is by setting up what I call your ICAS or your ideal client acquisition system. So, what is this? Well, I'm going to walk you through. There are like five different steps of this. They're very simple, but what does this system look like and why does it bring you ideal clients? Well, let's go into it. Step one is we create a free piece of content. We usually call this a lead magnet that positions you as the expert. It shares a lot of value. It busts myths and like misunderstandings about your work. It shifts people's beliefs and it answers all of the main questions that you get all of the time. So you want to automate all of that and like put it into a report, a video, or a short webinar. And the options there really depend on your business and what you're trying to do. I help my clients clarify that once we start our work together. But you definitely want to have this front end content that everybody has to consume before they come in for their first session with you or before they purchase your online program. Step two, we set up a specific follow up email series that expands on the lead magnet. So we use an email system to deliver this email content automatically so that repetitive points of contact are established with your leads. And so, yeah, what those emails are doing, they're basically building on that lead magnet, on that free front end content. So it's getting those points of contact in place. You've probably heard in traditional sales and marketing, it takes 7 to 9 points of contact for people to want to do business with you. However, most practice owners, most coaches out there do not have that in place. People come to their website and if they don't buy right away, you don't stay in touch with them. Or if you're out there giving a talk or whatever and people don't invest in your services right away, you lose touch with those people. So what email marketing does is it gets that repetitive contact established in an automated fashion. So once it's set up, it's done and you can kick back and let it work its magic in the background of your business. Now, I have a very specific sequence of emails that I use as part of this system that are 100% designed to kind of get people off the fence, warm them up to working with you, overcome their fear or, skepticism, and just kind of break down the barrier so that they really are inspired to work with you. Now, step three, you usually want to set up one main social platform to warm people up and build relationships. Now, what I recommend right now is a Facebook group. Out of all the different ways that you can market your business on social media, I really think Facebook groups are still the most powerful. There are just so many benefits to having your own Facebook group. And yeah, what we want here with social media is simplicity. It's overwhelming, right? Like if you try to do Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, you try to do it all, you find it just gets overwhelming and you find that you're spending most of your time marketing and pumping out content which really isn't your passion. It's not your zone of genius and a lot of people get stuck in that trap. So we just want one simple, elegant social platform that we're using to build relationships and warm people up to working with you. And then step four, we set up a couple of simple web pages to drive traffic and build your email list and your Facebook group or any other social platform that you would prefer to use. So these pages are typically called lead pages or landing pages and thank you pages. And that's really all you need. You need a couple basic web pages. You don't need some big fancy, $5,000 website to pull this off. Just a couple simple web pages. And I'm going to take all of the guesswork for that out of this process if we do any further work together. So this is a beautiful thing because it used to be the case that you really did need like a super expensive fancy website with all the bells and whistles. And I saw that really cause a lot of delay in just getting out there and getting the right people in the door. You don't really need that. You just need a very simple online setup that's super cheap and easy to do. And then step 5, we use Facebook ads to drive traffic to your ICAS. So we may want to use a couple of other simple strategies as well. Once again, that just depends on what you're doing. If you're trying to fill your local practice, I have a system called Practice Accelerator that combines Facebook ads with search engine optimization, online reviews, referrals, and video content, and possibly some other strategies. But that's all optional. The main driver of traffic and exposure for this model is Facebook advertising. That's what works the best right now. And so many of my clients are just crushing it right now using simple, cheap ads to drive traffic to their ICAS, their ideal client acquisition system. And that should be all you really need to do. So it looks like this in a nutshell. You're running Facebook ads to a lead page, right? Where you capture people's name and email information. And then that triggers the follow up email sequence that gets those repetitive points of contact in place and builds the relationship with new people to your work on autopilot. It warms them up to working with you. And then we also invite them to a Facebook group or one other social platform where, once again, we're just kind of warming people up. We're nurturing those relationships. And just FYI, whatever social content we're sharing, it's super simple. We're not having you spend hours and hours in there every week, kind of cranking out all this content. I'm going to have you post probably 3 to 4 times a week at the most. And that is plenty. So you can definitely knock that out in like 20 minutes a week, even. So the goal here is to build a thriving online network of people who know, like, and trust you. You have total control over this network, which is the very basis of attracting ideal people to your work. This is really just a numbers game in the digital era we're living in. If you have an email list of 1,000 people that know, like, and trust you, and then you start filling up your Facebook group with a few new people every day, and that's now building to a few hundred or a few thousand people, well, these are the assets that set you free in business. And if you're not putting your focus here right now, I can almost guarantee you there's too much stress, too much fluctuation, and you're working too hard for the results that you're getting. So there's absolutely no need as well to toil away, cranking out social media content every day, or to spend hours every week on marketing stuff that you just don't want to be doing. I see a lot of us kind of falling into that trap where we have good intentions. We're trying our best to build our business, but we end up just cranking out all this content and we don't really know what it's doing. We don't really have any clear game plan or intention with it. And it just gets draining, right? So if you've fallen into that trap, you're definitely not alone. But this system is the solution to that for sure. Now, once your ICAS is set up, it's entirely automated. You just need to drive traffic to it, which is also mostly automated because like I said, the driver of this is Facebook advertising. And once you get your ads set up and they're working, you may need to check in on them, once a day for like 5 minutes and just kind of look at the metrics. But it's mostly just humming in the background of your business. And this whole model, I want you to know that's what sets you free in business. This is how you create freedom. It happens through powerful messaging and through automation. And the messaging is a big, big part of what I want to help you with. How do you craft content in a strategic way that lands ideal clients in your practice or joining your online programs? That's a big subject. And a lot of us we just never develop that skill set. We don't know how to do that. So this whole process of setting up your free front end content and your email sequences and your ads, I'm going to show you how to do that in a way that is proven to convert ideal clients or patients to your work. Now, in Dream Practice Academy, you'll get proven templates to help you set up your ICAS. So there's no guesswork here. The lead magnets, the ads, the emails, the lead pages, all of it. You'll even get templates for what to post on social media. So a big reason people don't do what I'm suggesting here is it feels daunting to them. It feels like a lot of work. But what if you had templates that you just literally had to like spend a few minutes plugging your own content into? And I'll guide you through getting these things polished and set up in a super professional way for like dirt cheap. You just have to use my templates and use my resources. And you can have this set up literally in a matter of a few days. So it doesn't have to take you weeks, months, or years. That tends to be the biggest kind of limiting belief that we have in terms of why we don't get online automation set up in this way. So I've taken all the guesswork out of it for you. All you have to do is use my templates. They are proven to work and they work incredibly well. So imagine that a month from now, you have a system set up that attracts the exact people who need your help and are a pleasure to work with. You're getting a steady flow of new leads coming in every day, and things are running like a finely tuned machine in the background of your business. How would that feel for you to have that kind of ease and peace of mind that you don't have to worry about either getting the right people in the door, getting enough of them, or how you're going to attract sales for your online programs, right? It's all the same process. Once getting this ideal client acquisition system set up the right way, it's the ultimate solution for all of these issues. Now compare that to what's likely happening right now. There are too many ups and downs. You're working with too many of the wrong clients that are draining you, or you're just working way too hard with no end in sight. So maybe you have a pretty full schedule right now, but you're working a lot on your business too. You're trying to crank out content and market. You're trying to help your clients or patients, and it's just starting to get the better of you. What we need to do in that situation is absolutely automate things. And that is what's going to free up your time and energy again. And also get more intention, get a more streamlined process in place that is designed to attract the exact people you're meant to help. So your ICAS is the solution. And I want to help you set this up in Dream Practice Academy, along with so many other things that I'm going to help you with in this academy. This is just one kind of primary component, is getting this system set up. Because once it's set up, like I said, your business has like stability, it has coherence and intention. That's what we want. So if you want to learn more about the academy, go to buildyourdreampractice.com/DPA. And I love to spend the next few weeks working with you to get your ICAS set up. And that'll put an end to so many of the randomness, so much of the ups and downs that you've been going through, the working too hard with not enough to show for it, the stress, the overwhelm. I want to help you solve all of this. So go to this link, buildyourdreampractice.com/DPA. You can watch a 30-minute video on that page to get more detail on what's included. And yeah, if it's a good fit, I'd love to work with you. And I really look forward to connecting with you in the program or in any way in the future that I can help you out. Thanks so much.